Mace Windu, a Force-sensitive human male, was a revered Jedi Master and member of the Jedi High Council during the last years of the Galactic Republic. During his time in the Jedi Order, he once served as elected leader of the Jedi and, during the Clone Wars, as a Jedi General in the Grand Army of the Republic. He was the greatest champion of the Jedi Order and promoted its ancient traditions amidst the growing influence of the dark side of the Force in the corrupt, declining days of the Republic. Mace Windu is a very iconic and interesting Jedi from the prequels and Star Wars The Clone Wars TV show, and was mostly known for his purple lightsaber and his skill with his lightsaber. And today we will be going over the life of Mace Windu, one of my favorite Star Wars characters. Now, in my last video, I promised the channel update, so I'm going to go ahead and give the update now. If you don't want to hear about it and you just want to skip into the Mace Windu part, I'll leave a timestamp on the screen. Skip to this timestamp if you don't want to hear the channel update. So, if you've been with me on this channel for a while, you know I haven't been super committed to making videos. Well, that's changing. On this channel, I'm going to be posting a 10 to 15 minute video once every month and a 5 to 10 minute video once every week, maybe every 2 weeks. I also have a gaming channel called Big T401. I'll link it down in the description. And lately on that channel, I've just been playing some For the King, which is a turn-based strategy game, for those of you that don't know, with savagecabbage. I'll also link his channel down below. Now, back on topic, you can also be expecting better quality videos. As you can tell, I've gotten a new mic, so audio quality is much better than in the past. And I am also improving my editing quality. And I will be deleting most, not all, but most of my older videos due to them just being too low quality. So if there's a specific video you want me to keep up, make sure you comment down below, and I'll make sure to keep that video up on the channel. Now, let's get into today's video. Mace Windu was born on the planet Harran Kal approximately 50 years before the Clone Wars. Due to his natural affinity to the Force, Windu was sent to the Jedi Order to learn the Jedi arts. As a Jedi youngling, Windu was assisted by Professor Hung Yang in building his first lightsaber, which possessed an amethyst-colored plasma blade. Rising to the level of Padawan, he became apprenticed to Jedi Master Crystalline Mar. Now, I'd like to stop here and say I'm going to have to skip over some of his history so this video isn't too long, but if you want to read about his full life, I'll leave a link to a Wookieepedia page down below. Mace Windu would serve under Jedi Master Crystalline Mar for a while and even travel to Methys to stop the crime lord Drools, but later Windu would serve under Jedi Master Yoda. Mace Windu would climb through the ranks of the Jedi, and by the invasion of Naboo would be a Jedi Master and a member of the Jedi High Council. When Qui-Gon Jinn brought Anakin Skywalker in to be tested by the Jedi High Council, Mace Windu was skeptical, and the Jedi Council refused to train him due to his age and emotions. But the Jedi High Council would later go back on their decision and agree to train the boy after Qui-Gon Jinn's death at the Battle of Naboo. The training of Skywalker drew the attention of his peers, Padawans, and Jedi Masters alike, as well as Chancellor Palpatine. During his first 3 years as Kenobi's apprentice, he especially took interest in lightsaber combat, as noted by Palpatine, although Windu was more focused on the training droid, mimicking the appearance and fighting style of Darth Maul that Skywalker sparred with. Neither Windu nor Kenobi had expected to see Skywalker duel with the visage of Maul, but the act served to impress Palpatine. However, Kenobi was forced to intervene after Skywalker used the Force to take the lightsabers of 2 nearby apprentices, having overheard them mocking him for being a slave to his emotions. Windu would observe the incident as an example of how Skywalker was a complicated case of a Jedi, given the fact that he joined the Order far later than any of his contemporaries. After mentioning that Skywalker's training was an extremely difficult task for Kenobi, Windu politely declined the Chancellor's offer to help guide the young Jedi. However, Palpatine claimed that the Jedi were under the jurisdiction of the Senate. By extension, they also reported to the Senate Chancellor. After considering Palpatine's line of reasoning, Windu agreed to send Skywalker to speak with the Chancellor. In the days leading up to the start of the Clone Wars, the High Council was confident that Skywalker was ready to be given a mission of his own for the first time. By then, Windu regarded him as an extraordinarily skilled Jedi, but Kenobi was concerned that his Padawan's abilities led him to become arrogant, therefore had much to learn. Jedi Master Yoda agreed with Kenobi, but he also felt that Skywalker was not an isolated case. In his assessment, other Jedis had grown overconfident in their skills as well. At this, Windu told Kenobi to keep the prophecy in mind. If Skywalker was indeed the chosen one, then only he could bring the Force back into a state of balance. Mace Windu would go on to serve as a Jedi General throughout the Clone Wars, most notably against the Separatists at both battles of Geonosis and assisting Ryloth in their fight for freedom against the Separatists. Mace Windu was devoted to the Jedi Order ever since his formative years as a Padawan learner. However, in his youth he struggled to temper his frustrations and harbored over the things that offended the ideals of the Jedi, which Windu held as sacred. While his feelings were not inherently wrong, according to his mentor, Jedi Master Crystalline Mar, she nonetheless believed that her apprentice needed to convert his hostilities into a positive force. During their mission to Mathis, he regarded Dural's use of religion as offensive, having noticed how the false prophet took advantage of his followers' faith. Faith was a beautiful concept to a spiritual young man like Windu, and as such, he could not tolerate the heretical actions of Dural's. Although he struggled to temper his animosity for heretics and con artists, Windu expressed empathy for other people, in particular the natives of Mathis who suffered from the effects of the Niffen plague. He saw them as innocents, but was also stunned by their refusal to see Drules as a charlatan instead of a prophet. While in pursuit of Drules, who mocked Windu by insulting the esteem of the Jedi Order, the young Jedi almost took Drules' life, believing he deserved to be punished for using the Jedi's own belief system to prey on the people who expressed faith in the Force. Though noted for his grim demeanor, Windu was highly compassionate towards his fellow Jedi, citizens of the Republic, and the clone troopers under his command. His own survival on Geonosis was of little comfort to him. The galaxy had fallen into a state of war, and the Jedi, once peacekeepers of the Republic, were forced to adopt the mantle of warriors and military leaders. Now, one of the most interesting things about Mace Windu was his skill with the lightsaber, especially the form he uses. Form 7, Vaapad. Vaapad was considered the most unpredictable or aggressive form in lightsaber combat, and interesting enough, Mace Windu was the only known master of Form 7 that did not fall to the dark side. Mace Windu was so good at lightsaber combat that he even defeated Darth Sidious. And no, Darth Sidious did not let Mace Windu win. If it wasn't for Anakin, Mace Windu would have killed Darth Sidious in Revenge of the Sith. And in Legends, he even had his own lightsaber technique called Shatterpoint, but that's a video for another day. Mace Windu also had strong force powers such as telekinesis and the ability to use the Jedi mind trick. And there you have it, the history, personality, and abilities of Mace Windu. What do you think of Mace Windu? Make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. And while you're at it, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And I will see you guys in my next video.